Welcome back to another video. Hi, if you are new here, thanks for joining. In today's video, I'm gonna do a little cook with me. I love watching these kind of videos. I've had a couple of requests. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I love cooking. And I haven't done recently, to be fair, but I used to always do like cook with me's like on an evening when I'm cooking dinner on my Instagram stories. So I thought we could bring that over to YouTube. I've just run up the stairs, so I'm very out of breath. Apologies. Today is Monday. Yesterday was Father's Day and my dad was away, so I couldn't see him, so I've invited him over for dinner tonight and I'm just going to cook us some nice food. I need to go to the supermarket and pick up all of the ingredients. I'm gonna do a 3-course meal, I think. My sister's a vegetarian, so I'm gonna make it all vegetarian friendly just so I don't need to cook 2 separate meals. George is on a diet, so he won't be eating with us, so it's just me, my dad and my sister. The plan of action for today's video. I hope you enjoy. Please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's get on into the video. Okay, it's a little bit later on now. Promise it is the same day, and I promise this is the same person who started the video. I just look a bit more presentable now. It's about 4 o'clock. My dad's coming over at 6:30, so I'm just going to like prep what I can now, so then it's just chill. I went to Sainsbury's. I was going to make a dessert and then I just thought I cannot be asked. So I just bought some little tiramisu pots which look very cute. I've got a new tripod and it's pretty high tech, and I think I can attach my camera to it and like really like angle it down so you can literally see what I'm seeing. That's the idea. Knowing me, it probably won't really go to plan, but we'll see. Right, let's go to the kitchen. Okay, you're on the new tripod. So far so good. I'm sorry about that lighting. Right, first things first, I'm just, oh, there's ice on the floor. Oh, that's cold. Make myself a little Diet Coke. Right, plan of action. For starters, we're having bruschetta. Got some really nice ciabatta and some fresh tomatoes and red onion. Bruschetta is literally the easiest like starter to make, but it just tastes so yummy. And for main, I'm making my own pasta. If you need to buy a gift for someone who loves cooking, please buy them a pasta machine. They're really not expensive on Amazon, maybe like £20, £30. George bought me my pasta machine for my birthday, and oh my god, learning how to make my own pasta, the best thing ever, and it's so easy. And I'll show you my recipe book that George also bought like to go along with it. It's called Pasta Grannies. They're these little old Italian ladies and they have a YouTube channel and they're the cutest thing in the world, and they give you their pasta recipe to make pasta, and then also their like pasta dishes, so like bolognese, lasagna, all of that good stuff. So I would really recommend that book. I'll show you when we get onto that. I'm gonna make the pasta first because it's one of those things that you can make and then just leave it until you're ready, and then we can make like the salsa for the bruschetta. Tonight's dinner is actually really like simple, but it just tastes top notch. Cheers. This is the book Pasta Grannies. After you finish watching this video, please just type in on YouTube Pasta Grannies because they're so cute. In the front of the book, I think it shows you yeah, so here's one of the little grannies, and then right at the start of the book has your pasta recipe. So this is what we're going to do, make our pasta. I'm going to try and angle the camera down. I think you are secure on there. If this camera breaks, that is the end of my YouTube career, because I'm not buying another one of these cameras because they're too expensive. So let's hope it is securely on the tripod. You could just do this in a bowl, but the pasta grannies do it on like the work surface, so I'm gonna do it on this massive chopping board that I have. Take my watch off. I have washed my hands. We need to weigh out our flour. To make enough pasta for 4 people, we need 400 grams of flour. So it's basically 100 grams of flour per person. We've got our flour. We need to tip this flour onto the board. We need to make this into a well. We've got 400 grams of flour and we need 4 eggs. I'm just going to crack 4 eggs and put them into the little well that we have made. You need to make sure that your walls are high enough that the egg won't overflow, because that has happened to me a few times and it's very messy. So we're just going to break the eggs. So I'm just like taking my fork around the edge to add some flour in. It's definitely looking more like dough. This honestly is a workout in itself. Okay, so this is how my dough is looking after kneading it. So now I'm just going to pop it in a bowl with a tea towel or cling film over the top and let it rest for half an hour. There is my dough, and then I've just got a clean tea towel that I'm going to pop over the top, and I'm just going to set a timer. Nope, that's an alarm. A timer. Okay, I've just had a quick tidy up of the surface. I've left the chopping board with all the flour on because we'll need that to roll the dough out in half an hour when we need to make it into pasta. So while the dough is resting, I'm going to make the salsa for the bruschetta. It's honestly the easiest thing in the world. It's literally tomato and red onion. But it just tastes really, really good, really fresh. Just need half of the red onion. I'm probably going to do a little... Romeo! I'm probably going to do a little bit more than half just because it's such a small red onion. typically use the smaller bowl, but I put the dough in there, so bigger bowl will have to do. Right, now for tomatoes. And you kind of just want like equal parts of tomato to the red onion. Now going to go in with some garlic granules. I always just use garlic granules over fresh garlic, honestly, just because I can't be bothered with crushing garlic. So I really like garlic, so a good sprinkle of that, and then some salt. And some pepper. And then balsamic vinegar. A real, ooh. And you just want a real good glug of this. And just mix it all together. And that is literally it. So I've got about an hour and a half until I'll be serving this. I'll just leave this all to marinate together. The timer for the dough resting period has just gone off. So what I'm going to do is just lightly flour the chopping board, making sure there's plenty of flour on the rolling pin, and just starting to roll out the dough. Divide it into 4 and then roll out the 4 pieces individually because I just find this easiest. So I'm just going to cut that, roll each 4 into a ball and just pop them aside. Obviously the pasta machine will flatten out the pasta for us, but we just want it to get as thin as we can. And here it is in all its glory. So get your handle to like wind the pasta through, and then you get the clamp. My kitchen counter isn't the best for this, but it does the job. So you do need to really make sure that you're clamping it down, because you have to use not loads of force, but you need to make sure it's sturdy. I'm going to start on setting number 1, and we're just going to use this first gap. I don't know what that's called. And this is basically going to thin out the dough for us. Is that? Yeah, that's okay. So number 1 is like the widest, so that's always what you start with. And you just like so, and then can you see it's just coming out the other end. Honestly, as easy as that. And then taking it up to setting number 2. Just helping feed it through. And so it's just going to get longer and longer as it thins out. So I'm now on setting number 3. Honestly, this is so satisfying. Okay. Oh, we've skipped up to number 5, that's fine. Okay, so if you were making lasagna sheets, obviously you would just stick with this one and then cut it up. We're doing tagliatelle, which is this second one. If I just try and show you, I'm not sure how well you can see, but obviously this is a lot wider, and then here we have got like spaghetti, so it's really thin, but we're gonna go with this one. So we pop the lever in the right one. Pop this in. And then here comes our tagliatelle. So I'm going to cut this here, so like when you get to around halfway, you want to cut it in half so it's not too long. So I'm just going to get a bowl, some clean scissors, and just cut. And here we have our tagliatelle. So we need to coat this in flour so it doesn't all stick together. So we've just got our little bag of flour here, and just coat it and then just toss it in the flour so it doesn't stick together. And then we have a little bowl of homemade tagliatelle. See, I told you it was so easy. There we have it. So again, with every bit that I'm putting in the bowl, I'm just tossing some more flour in, because if this sticks together, there is no saving it. I'm then going to go over to this board and roll out some more. Have our 2 bowls of pasta. So because it's fresh pasta, it literally cooks in like 3 minutes, so I can just leave this now until I'm ready to eat it. Okay, I've just preheated the oven. I'm just going to slice this up into little bits, pop it on some baking trays, and just heat it up in the oven. I'm going to do a voiceover here. Never done a voiceover before, so let's just see how this goes. Right, obviously my family had arrived at this point, so I've muted it, but as you can see, I'm just putting the salsa on top of the warm bread that we did earlier. Oh my god, this was so good. Honestly, you need to try this. Okay, and now on to main. So I've just heated up some olive oil in a pan, added some pre-sliced mushrooms because everyone was here. I don't have time to be slicing mushrooms, you know. So just cooking those in the pan, adding some double cream, honestly, just like eyeball it, and a bit of grated cheese, add some truffle oil. Oh my god, add your pasta. Literally takes 3 minutes, give that a little mix, and then done, literally done. Add a bit of parmesan on top. So for my dessert, how good does this tiramisu look? Look at all of those layers. So we'll just have this obviously chilled, and then this for my sister. Chocolate sponge pudding, it's like a melt in the middle. So I'm just going to pop this in the microwave, nice easy. My dad has got leftovers for his lunch tomorrow. And Mr. Romeo. Oi, Mr. Romeo. Hello. Okay, voiceover queen. Right, I'm so sorry I forgot to end this video, but I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Please let me know if you try any of my little recipes. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Love you. Okay, bye.